Hey, how's everybody doing? Here we are on another episode of the Vintage Vinyl Vault. I've got my daughter Summer here. We're going to make a little album rundown of some purchases we made this weekend. We brought back some good ones. We missed out on a few good ones, but we will make it back possibly and try to get those. We also have some albums that we've borrowed from another friend of mine named Sam, a musician, a singer in a band. And he had some stuff I didn't have, so he's going to let us borrow them, and some of these may make it onto the Vault, an episode of the Vault, play those for you. Let's start out. We're going to go through the finds we had. First, let me tell you about where we went. We hit a Coconuts and purchased 3 used albums that were in mint condition, good shape, got them at a good price. And then the next day, Saturday, we went to His and Her Flea Market in Evansville. It's on Diamond Avenue, I believe. What's neat about that place is it's a big, long building. You have the main curators have their stuff, and then there's other people that have booths throughout the building. Now, they're not occupied. The stuff's in their little booth area, but the owners kind of, they're leasing out that space. But anyway, as you walk through and look at each booth, some booths have albums. So they had a big, huge collection up front that we went through and found a number of things. And then we walked back, and as we went through things, we found other vendors that had album collections too, smaller, but we were able to find a couple things in those too at even a better price than what they had up front. So with that being said, let's just take a second. Let's go through what we purchased today and yesterday. All right, first thing up, Cheap Trick One-on-One. Let me take a look at that real quick. I'll show you the back of the album. Okay, it's got She's Tied on it. I Want You, One-on-One. 4-letter word, Love's Got a Hold on Me, Saturday at Midnight, Time is Running. So that we've got another number of hits on there. This will be one well worth listening to and add to our collection. And the guys in Cheap Trick look very young in this album, so that's pretty cool. Second one, we got Hank Williams Sr. Greatest Hits. We just recently watched a movie about him, so that kind of inspired us to get this one. Has about all his big hits. I'm looking through here, there's close to 25, 30 songs here. So this has pretty much everything. This is volume 1 of his the greatest hits of Hank Williams. So this is one we're definitely looking forward to listening to. Actually, it's a 2-record set, too. James Brown's Greatest Hits, I believe. What's the best of James Brown? It's got Say It Loud, Try Me, Please, 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 Lost Someone, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag, It's a Man's World, Cold Sweat, which is one of my favorites, There Was a Time, Popcorn, Hot Pants, and Sex Machine. So James Brown, it's one of the things we were looking for, was able to find that. Okay, Tommy by The Who, double album set. It's obviously got Pinball Wizard on it. This was also on Summer's top 10 list of things she wanted to try to get, so we found that at a good price and was able to get it. Molly Hatchet's first album. I had it on cassette. It's long died, so it's something I've always kind of wanted to get back. I may even have it on a copied CD as well, but I want to get that first album. It's a band I saw a couple times in concert. Once on my 19th birthday and another time at a small venue in Champaign, Mabel's, I believe. So that was pretty cool. So it's definitely one I wanted to get. All right, next one, Journey, Departure. Everybody loves Journey. Now, this album has my favorite lineup in the band. They still have Greg Rowley. They still have Ross Valerie. They still have Neil Schon, of course, Steve Perry, and Steve Smith, who I always thought was a great drummer. This is one that, I have a lot of Journey albums. This is one I did not have. And one of the songs that I like on there is People and Places. So that one's good find. Okay. Next, we go back to a little Southern rock. We got the Rossington Collins Band. This is after they had the plane crash. It's an MCA album. One of my big favorites on this is, see if I can find it, Don't Misunderstand Me. Has Dale Krantz Rossington singing on it. Great song. Okay, this band influenced a lot of bands. Early 70s, Humble Pie, Smokin'. Has 30 Days in a Hole on it for sure. Definitely looking forward to listening to this one. This group influenced a lot of bands, especially bands like Black Crowes. Okay. Squeeze, the singles. I think my wife picked that one out. 45s and under, so this is going to have a lot of their hits on it. Just go through those. Take Me, I'm Yours, Goodbye Girl, Cool for Cats, Up the Junction, Slap and Tickle, Another Nail in My Heart, Pulling Muscles from the Shell. That's probably the best song on there. If I Don't Love You, Is That Love, Tempted, Black Coffee in Bed, another great one. Annie, Get Your Gun, so Squeeze. This is another one that I really like. Delaney and Bonnie with Eric Clapton. Delaney and Bonnie and Friends on tour with Eric Clapton. Has one of my favorite songs on it. See if I can find it. I want to make sure that it's on here. Only You Know and I Know. That's one of my favorite songs. Love that song. Okay, this one here, movie soundtrack, has a lot of hits on it, a lot of good songs. And it's a great movie too. Visionquest. Okay. I think it was the first time Madonna appeared in a movie, so it's got one of her songs on it. Journey, Only the Young, Madonna, Crazy for You, Don Henley, John Waite, Change is on there, Ronnie James Dio, or Dio's Hungry for Heaven, Foreigner, Hot Blooded, Sammy Hagar, I'll Fall in Love Again, and then everybody's favorite on this one, the song that makes the movie, Red Ryder, Lunatic Fringe. So this is a good movie soundtrack. Okay, Alice Cooper, The Show. This one I have not. I've got a lot of this material on other albums, but I have not seen this record, and it's something that I thought would be pretty cool to have. But it's got a number of his hits on it. Under My Wheels, which is a song I've always liked. 18. Only Women Bleed. Sick Things. $1 Billion Babies, School's Out, so plus other tracks. So this is definitely going to be a good one to listen to. Okay, Blondie, it's in great shape too, mint condition. Rapture is on this one, and another number of her hits. So this one we're going to look forward to listen to as well. Okay, this is one of those Ronco records. Superstars has, you name it, a big cross section of people. Kiss, ABBA. I can't believe Kiss and ABBA are on the same record, but you're seeing it here first. Bay City Rollers, Donna Summers, Casey and the Sunshine Band, Eric Carmen, England Dan, John Ford Coley, Stephen Bishop, Alan O'Day. So big cross section of musicians there on that one. Okay, you guys, another movie soundtrack with the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton, Sgt Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. You guys may have remember seeing that movie in the 70s. I saw it when it came out. Thought it was a pretty cool movie. Aerosmith's in that. Billy Preston is in that. Of course, Peter Frampton, the Bee Gees. Steve Martin's in that. So big collection of people in that appear in that movie and soundtrack. Also, real quick, in the Sgt Pepper album came with a poster. I can't believe the poster is still in there, but there it is. You can see the Bee Gees, Peter Frampton on an instrument there on a horn. So who would have known that that poster would still survive? We may have to frame that and put that up in the vault. We'll have to see. Okay, now we're going to take a quick look at what we've got on loan, and some of my favorite albums are right through there. So first one, Huey Lewis and the News. Okay, is that sports? Yeah. So that was probably one of his biggest selling albums. Okay, next one, The Cult. Which does that one have? Love Removal Machine or Seashell Sells Sanctuaries? Which one does it have, Summer? Love Removal Machine is the big song on that album. Okay, cool. Okay, this may be Tom Petty's first album. I think it's got Did You Know on it. What else is on there? Breakdowns on there. American Girls on there. Anything's rock and roll is on there. Petty looking awful young. Got to see him in concert on his third album. I believe it was Damn the Torpedo. So the number of these songs I got to see live. Here that is right there, very young looking Tom Petty on the cover. All right, another Cult record. This is the one. This one has She Sells Sanctuary. Say that 3 times fast. It's a challenge. Dead or Alive, Youthquake. That's one I'm not familiar with, but I'm going to give it a listen to see what it's about. Okay, next one is Robbie Robertson. Okay. Ghost on the Beach by the Insiders. This is another one I'm not that familiar with, but we're going to give it a listen. And, of course, everybody's favorite, Jackson Browne, Lives at the Balance. So those are on loan. Those are ones we're going to be listening to and possibly putting out on a video. Thank you for taking the time to stop by and see what our album collection, how it's growing, and new purchases and things that we're going to possibly putting on the Vintage Vinyl Vault. So again, thanks for stopping by. I think we made a pretty good haul today of some cool albums, some albums that we're really going to enjoy listening to, and hopefully we'll get a chance to put those online for you. All right, stop back by the vault. Bye.